artist, educator, life coach, and guide. And she is doing a series of live Periscopes for the next, I don't know, however many days until she launches her website. Oh, she's giving me a little something to read. And so
that's just
she's creating a heart-based business for the journey. And the journey that she's talking about is a spiritual one. On Aili Radio, we talk about food, art, culture, and spirituality. And spirituality kind of gets short shrift because it's at the end. Maybe I'll have to mix it up and put it in the beginning so we spend a little more time. But I'm very happy to introduce to you someone who's no stranger to Aili Radio. She's been a guest before, Ms. Lynette Crosby in the house. Greetings, Lynette.
Greetings. How are you?
Excellent, excellent.
All right.
So I'm so glad to have you here today. It's always a pleasure to speak with you. And you've started something new. You've been talking about it for a little bit. So I'm very excited because you got me to start using Periscope because of this documentation of your journey. So when you're talking about journey, what are you speaking of exactly? What is it for you? And what does it mean to create a heart-based business?
Okay. So the journey for me is figuring out this spiritual thing. So when I first awoke, I had, was just stumbling through and trying to find out what I was supposed to do with this information that I was being given. I was already teaching as far as being a raw food chef and an educator, and then that stopped, and it turned into me realizing that this would be part of me sharing this and trying to figure out how to share it. The figuring out how has been the challenge, right? So what I wanted to do is document those challenges, document the triumphs, document the miracles, all the things that I'm experiencing through video and radio.
Okay.
So so I wanted to, because that was happening, I wanted to see what I needed to do in order to make this happen. So those are the things that I was trying to figure out.
Sure. And what role does divine time have to do with what you're doing?
Okay. Divine timing is making sure that I don't rush the process. So if let's say today when I wanted to do Periscope, when I got in the hallway, Periscope didn't work. And I was freaking out, and I was like, but this is supposed to be, I had a plan. Right. And, but it didn't work because they wanted me to focus on writing my questions, my guides, my spirit guides wanted me to focus, my angels wanted me to focus on making sure that I had what I needed so that I could make the best of this time and share this information with the people who are out there. So, yeah.
And so what's the idea about having a Periscope presence up until April 17th, 2016? What's the significance of April 17th for you?
April 17th is my mother's birthday, Gwendolyn Crosby. She passed away in 2004. And I am using this time to celebrate her life. Normally, up until a couple of years ago, I would have gone into a deep depression. I would have bathed in the depression, and it wasn't something that I planned for. It was just something that happened. And now I have different tools and coping mechanisms to be able to deal with my grief. And Periscope is one of them in the sense that I am honoring her life and her legacy for her as well as my family by creating this beautiful honor to her and showing everything that I'm doing to make my life better so that I can inspire others and that people that are out there that are like her do not have to go through this process. So that's what's happening now.
Now, you say people who are out there like her don't have to go through this process. What do you mean when you say that?
The process of the way that she passed away, dying from cancer, when the cancer was actually a parasite, and documented in a third world country that we had here, and because they didn't understand it or didn't want to look at it. I don't know which. There's no judgment with the physicians that treated her. This started a long time ago. They started planting these seeds in the medications that they were treating her, and the surgeries that she had when they were leaving things in her, and she had to go back to have them removed. It was an ongoing process with her in this relationship with the medical industry, and at the end, what ended up happening was that she had this, these host of parasites, and her leg was over 100 pounds on its own when she passed away. And so when she passed away, her passing and her life caused me to gain a passion for health. I mean, I think that I was hoping I could turn back time and change the circumstances.
Yes.
And if I learned as much as I could about it, we would not, I could help her. Well, I am helping her. I'm helping her by making sure that she is honored, she is remembered, and realizing and help others to realize that death is not the sentence that we have been fed. It's not the death sentence that we have been fed. It's not what we've been told it is. Not the fear or any of that. So, yeah.
Well, that's music to my ears. You're talking about a topic that I know quite a bit about, and I'm really happy to hear you explain that, because I haven't heard that yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're doing things till April 17th. I knew it was about your mother, but I didn't know exactly what. So let's talk a little bit about what inspired you to get on Periscope. Who's LaShanda Henry? SistaSense.
Ooh.
Who that?
LaShanda Henry is my business coach and mentor, and she's a woman that started a company 16 years ago online, helping women, specifically targeting women of color, to help them to make sense of making money online. And she is absolutely outstanding and stunning. And
yeah, watch some of her Periscopes. Shout out to you, SistaSense LaShanda Henry from Nina Lanegra on Aili Radio.
Yes. You are definitely going to have to meet each other. That's a match made in heaven. I already know it. So I started watching her about 5 years ago when she did her first Periscope. And she's she's a techie girl. She's an out-of-the-box thinker. That's her life, and she decided that she needed to get in front of the camera to be able to explain these things to people like me. You need to see it. I'm a visual learner, and then on top of it, the passion behind what she does. To have someone that has those gifts, talents, and abilities in the package, and then to have the heart-mind connection, intelligence. She has her intelligence, she has her heart intelligence, she has her spiritual intelligence, she has it all in one package, and it is breathtaking. And she, a lot of people come to her and say, why are you showing people how to make money online? Mm-hmm. How come you're not charging thousands of dollars for this? How come your rates are this or that? And the reason that she does it is because she was on what she calls a floss string budget. It wasn't even a shoestring budget. So she's, floss string. I said, okay, that's where I need to be.
Language.
Absolutely. So she's, an amazing person. I'm learning a lot. I just participated in a 6-week Maintain Your Momentum. I was in over my head, but I kept going because I knew that where I needed to be was around those positive, high vibrating women.
Yes.
And that's what my connection has been. And now I'm going to the next phase of learning how to, apply all of the knowledge that I have into the business form.
Yes.
I'm amazing at the creative part of it. It's the application, but that's where her expertise is, and that's where who I'm learning from.
Well, it's very inspiring, just like you had hoped it would be by documenting your process. It's very inspiring to hear you talk about it, to get nitty-gritty, to show us other examples. This is a wonderful thing that you're doing, but where are you in this whole process? What's your head like? What are you thinking? Are you just holding on and going for the ride, or are you actually having an opportunity to reflect about where you were, where you are now, where you hope to be?
The reflection is built in. It's about true balance. that's what I'm creating. Every other business venture that I've attempted has not had the solid foundation that is needed. So because I needed that solid foundation, I just wanted to create it. I mean, I'm doing it from the ground up. I'm showing people on the days that I don't feel well and I'm feeling off. A couple of days I picked up something energetically and I was off. And it was my body needed to rest, recharge, and renew. It didn't matter what I wanted to do. You know, that divine right timing. I want to run. I want to hurry up. I want to be organized. I want all of this stuff. My body it wasn't in a position where it could give that to me. And in the past, I would have pushed through it. And then I would have failed. And I would have failed, and I would have failed miserably, and I would have beat myself up, and I would have blamed my intelligence. I would have blamed so many different things.
So you're doing something new and different.
Yeah.
And you're maintaining your balance through this growth period where you're moving at a rapid rate, you're learning new things, and it's so easy to become off balance, but you're reflecting as you go along, so you catch yourself from pushing through it, if you will, because a lot of exercise fanatics, if you will, tell us, oh, push through the pain. But that's not really listening to your body.
Exactly.
You know, your body's sending you messages for a reason. You know, your mind will send you a message for a reason.
Absolutely.
Like right now, I'm a little dehydrated. I'm going to fix that shortly, body, okay? Don't get excited. But to listen to that kind of thing as opposed to saying, oh, I can go without. Oh, I don't need that. Oh, just a little bit more. Just how do you get yourself to slow down enough inside so that you hear that?
Meditations, the moments, you know, even on the way here, there was, you know, for some reason, I think everything is a lesson, and you have to realize that. You know, I couldn't find my keys. I left the house, thought the car was around the corner and down the street, walked around the corner and down the street, and the car wasn't. I had to walk all the way back to the house. And instead of being in a state of panic, I stayed in a state of peace. I went to my heart. I found my heart. There is something that I'm missing. There's maybe a car accident. Maybe somebody's going to be crossing the street at the wrong time. There is something that I'm missing. I'm not supposed to be there right now. When I walked in, had I came in earlier, I would have been overthinking. But because I wasn't able to come in here and see your face, I had time to sit down, write out my questions. I had time to sit down and connect with my higher self, connect with my inner child while I came here. So it just amazing, creating that environment, creating that foundation,
sure,
you know?
Sure. And it's a beautiful thing, and it's hilarious that you said, had I come in here a little earlier. I wasn't here a little earlier. I was making my way from the Huntington Theater after having seen the August Wilson play, that today was the last day, and I got a ticket at the last minute. So I said, okay, I can do both. And yes, I did both. We started a little bit late, but we still managed to get it in. I mean, you're the fourth guest. It's amazing how the universe works. And that's only part of my day. I've already had a full day before I got here. So I'm very excited, though, to see, again, that you're on Periscope. You can find Lynette on Periscope by going to www.periscope, periscope.tv, and searching by her name, Lynette Crosby, or also, what's another way they can find you?
Ohanaite, Ohanaite. Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. And that's actually one of the names that I call the art that I create.
Wonderful.
And for my people on Periscope, if you guys are watching this or watching the replay, I want to just acknowledge you guys and say thank you. I really love you. I'm grateful that you're coming along for the ride. There's some amazing things in store over this time. And
talk about some of that.
This whole week is leading up to a Build Your Business website with LaShanda Henry, and actually it's leading up to the I want to say it right, Build a Membership Site 2-day intensive that I'm attending this weekend, and that's when I'm going to launch the website. So all of the information will be there for people to access, being able to follow me not only along my journey, but learning about the things that I do and create, like the water filters, learning how to create a healthy environment for your home, and so much more. And so on today, it's been starting. I've been doing this for about 5 or 6 days now on Periscope, maybe even 7. And then on as I go through this week, you'll watch me pack. You'll watch me talk through the emotions of what I'm feeling. You'll watch me go to a glass blowing studio and try to add the medium of molten glass to the pieces that I make, the orgone energy, and see what that frequency is, whether or not it works, how I can play with it, how I can manipulate it, how I can be inspired by it. And then on Friday, you'll see me traveling all the way to my destination and enjoying this amazing opportunity. And hopefully by the 10th, there'll be a website with everything to go. So it's going to be spectacular.
That's exciting. And the 10th is Friday, is it not? Or is it Sunday?
No, the 8th is Friday. I think the 10th is Sunday, yeah.
Okay, we'll be back on that. Maybe we should get a check-in from you then, some kind of way, if you're back in time.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice. I don't know if
you'll be back by 4 p.m. on Sunday, but if you are, maybe we can get an update on Aili Radio.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, Lynette Crosby, I want to thank you for taking time out of your very intense building time to come in and share with us not only over the airwaves, but also on Periscope TV.
Yes.
You can check Lynette out there by going to Periscope TV, periscope.tv, and searching for her by name.
Yes.
Lynette Crosby, L-Y-N-N.
One N.
L-Y-N-E-T-T-E.
Yes.
Crosby.
Yeah.
Like Bing Crosby,
Yep.
C-R-O-S-B-Y.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lynette.
This has been stunning. I really appreciate it.
Fabulous.
All right.
You'll be back.
Yes, I'll be back.
So you've been listening to Aili Radio, and we always try to bring you information you can use. We talk about food, art, culture, and spirituality each and every week from 4 to 6 p.m. on WRBB 104.9 FM. We have a Facebook page. You can like it. It's Aili, A-I-L-I, space, radio. Please like it and share it with your family and friends, and you'll know about what's coming up before it happens on Sunday. We also have another Facebook page called Art is Life Itself. Itself is one word, and that is talking about the performance series that happens at the Haley House Bakery Cafe every third Thursday of the month in Roxbury, the Dudley Square neighborhood, and from 7 to 10 p.m. We have an action-packed April 21st coming up. You definitely want to check it out. We have a brand new author that will be with us. He's written a book that's good for children and adults on the Haitian Revolution. And it's a beautiful, beautiful book. I've seen it. I'm very excited about it. Getting one for my grandson. And there's also the fabulous Terry Orlando Jones. His music has been playing behind us most of the 2 hours that we've been here. His new CD will be out. He'll be on with us in about 2 weeks. He'll be on here, maybe a little bit sooner. I have to check my calendar. But we try to bring you local, national, international even, information that you can use around food, art, culture, and spirituality. Thank you so much for joining us here on WRBB, Aili Radio. I'm Nina Lanegra. You got to roll that R, baby. See you next week at 4 p.m.
All right. I just wanted to say goodbye to you guys. Thank you for joining me today. There'll be more of this coming up in the next couple of days. Thank you. Have faith in yourself and have faith in humanity. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you. Love, love, love. Bye.